Hi, I'm Susan McGannon and welcome to my reflection video. This is a component of my e-portfolio for my Master's in Educational Technology at Boise State University. In this video, I will reflect upon the work that has been most meaningful to me, the learning I have achieved, and my growth both professionally and personally. Thanks so much for joining me. Welcome and thank you for accompanying me again on this journey through my final reflection video for EdTech 592 at Boise State University Masters in Educational Technology. While these photos show various sides of me as a student, a wife, and a teacher, I am currently a library media specialist in a pre-K to third grade elementary school in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. I am also the school's technology communications coordinator and a representative on the district technology team. As the director of our morning school broadcast, I utilize our streaming broadcast system and oversee rotating groups of third grade students as reporters. I also teach technology classes to our early childhood students ages 3 to 5 and assist all other classes in our newly installed Learning Lab. I love working with my young students and I learn from all of them every day. I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in Business and a Master's degree in Library and Information Science. I have been pursuing this program since September of 2014 and I have thoroughly enjoyed the challenge. I decided to return to school to pursue this degree in educational technology to keep current on technology trends that can benefit my students and staff. All of my courses have given me tremendous resources and skills to use directly into my teaching. My husband and I have been blessed with 5 children and just recently our first beautiful grandchild, Olivia. We also just realized our lifelong goal of finding our dream home on the beach. We come from large blended families and we love spending time with each and every one of them. I began the MET program in the fall of 2014 because I wanted to grow professionally. And I really believe that technology is becoming such an integral part of my students' and staff's lives that this program could really help me better serve the needs of my school community and make me a more valuable member of our district. I decided to incorporate the online teaching certificate as an added component to my degree so that I could incorporate online teaching into my present position, but also have the option of teaching online in the future. The MET program was exactly the kind of program I was searching for when I had the idea to go back and pursue a master's in educational technology. I was watching education in the world change because of the impact of technology, and I wanted to know how could I be a part of that change. I have learned that technology needs to be integrated into our classrooms because it's already so much a part of our students' lives. I also learned about relative advantage, the need to use technology only to benefit our students and not just for the sake of using technology. There was so little I knew about the curriculum and the standards, and finding ways to integrate technology was challenging. By applying the AECT standards and learning theories, I created and will use many of the projects and lessons I have developed in this program. Applying the standards has taught me to assess and evaluate materials, resources, and my own teaching to make sure my content is appropriate and comprehensive for my students. The BSU program has not only taught me about the uses of technology, but also the technology skills to create dynamic and engaging lessons and resources for students and staff. I have struggled and celebrated. I've had to stretch and be creative. I've worked hard and learned a lot about myself as a teacher, a student, and a person. I believe I will be a better teacher because of it. I am proud of my accomplishments. While it was difficult to choose among many valuable projects I developed throughout this program, I would like to now share some of my experiences and artifacts that I have created as part of this program. In EdTech 502, I encountered perhaps my greatest challenge very early on in the program. Adobe Dreamweaver and CSS really made me realize how much I had to learn about technology and the amount of resources and ideas that are available. Patrick Lowenthal was so incredibly patient with me, and I have to admit I might not have stuck it out were it not for his patience. My husband says he saw a whole new side of me when I took that class, and it wasn't a pretty side. There are many frustrating and tearful episodes at the dining room table every weekend, and I look back now at the work I did in that course, and some of it seems so simple and rudimentary. Like this basic landing page, I had yet not discovered and fully appreciated all the multimedia principles, as you can see. But I'm also very proud of my virtual field trip to Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty. This was perhaps my first of many experiences with using something I created and getting to use it with students in the classroom, and they loved it. What an amazing feeling. I really enjoyed this WebQuest project designed to align with my third grade language arts curriculum. This multi-step WebQuest was a challenge to create, but I have used it many times since I created it, and it's an engaging activity for all students. EdTech 513 Multimedia was one of my few electives, and I truly believe it should be a required course for all MET students. In this class, I learned more about incorporating the principles of multimedia into several multimedia projects. In this digital story project, I chose to create a digital story about what it may have been like for the children who passed through Ellis Island during the height of immigration to the United States. I picked this topic because my third grade students study immigration and research their own cultural background. The school has been doing this for years, but I always felt the students did not quite connect with the journey of their ancestors. They didn't seem to understand the sacrifices immigrants made or how arduous the voyages may have been. So I thought if I created this digital story from the point of view of the children, my students might make a deeper connection to this curriculum topic. Through this project, like all the other projects in this class, I have learned so much. I learned about the personalization principle. I was glad to know that there was scientific research to back up what I've always believed, that if you just have a personal conversation with someone, it goes much farther than any lecture using scholarly jargon. I also became more familiar with PowerPoint, YouTube, and was introduced to a new tool called AuthorStream, which I used to convert a PowerPoint presentation to a movie format. As with all my EdTech classes, I seem to not only learn new academic skills, but also new tools and programs to help me in my work. As a final project for EdTech 513, I created a professional development screencast for teachers in my district to teach them how to use Google Forms. Many of my projects have had student learners, but I wanted to branch out and start producing professional development projects for a couple of reasons. First, I think this is a really valuable tool for teachers to use in so many different ways. And secondly, I think producing PD workshops is a good way for me to grow professionally. For the screencast itself, I used Screencast-O-Matic, then imported it into a web-based app called EduCannon, which allows the instructor to insert questions into any video. You can use questions during the video to test for comprehension, provoke discussion, whatever you choose. This course has given me so many useful tools and resources to help me create valuable lessons for students and staff. In that same summer of 2015, I decided to take 2 other courses in addition to multimedia. EdTech 521, Online Teaching in the K-12 Environment, and EdTech 541, Integrating Technology into the Classroom Curriculum. This meant taking 3 classes in the span of 7 weeks. This was by far the greatest challenge of my academic career. It meant spending literally 7 to 8 hours per day at my desk, focused on coursework every day for 49 days. I had never worked so hard in my life and learned so much in such a short period of time. That summer also taught me about myself as a person and as a student. In this asynchronous project for online teaching in the K-12 environment, I developed a lesson on blogging for third graders. I incorporated a variety of presentation modes and ways that learners can access materials and lots of interactive activities. I included community building activities and discussion forums. I gave the students opportunities for feedback, chances to edit and revise, and more time if necessary so they could do their best. I included a parent page and other resources page. I hope to get a third grade teacher on board to use this with me in the coming school year. When I began this class on technology integration, we were asked to choose a grade level to focus our coursework on. I had just been assigned to teaching preschool technology classes in the fall, so I chose preschool as my grade level, figuring I could use much of my coursework in my lessons. I had no idea what a challenge it would be. I needed to research tools, multimedia, social media, and interactive lessons, all for 3 to 5-year-olds. But again, my struggles and challenges produced a body of work that I have already used with my youngest students. This Weebly site is an aggregate of all the lessons and resources I produced during that course. Through the MET program, I have grown in many ways. I would like to focus on 3 key ways this growth has occurred. As a student, I have learned the theories and best practices behind educational technology.
Through the development of annotated bibliographies, evaluations of programs, and theoretical foundations of learning with technology, I have discovered solid research methods and techniques to apply theories to practice, and through this research I can now defend the benefits of using technology for educational purposes. My goal at the start of this program was to be able to better assist my staff and students with technology integration. Professionally, the MET program has given me a wealth of resources and materials that I can utilize to make teaching more engaging and give my students the strategies, tools, and learning they will need in their future endeavors. Each assigned project I developed with the intention of using it in my real-world setting in the elementary classroom. For example, I have developed web quests, blogging sites, and online learning courses, all for elementary students. The program has also helped me to develop my leadership skills and my confidence so that I am better able to convey these ideas to stakeholders in my district. And finally, I have grown personally through the course of this program. I have learned incredible perseverance. This program was for me very rigorous and challenging, especially while working full-time. I was not only learning new material in each course, but also learning how to use new tools, programs, and resources. This word cloud shows just a small fraction of the tools and resources I have used thus far in the program. This perseverance has led to an increase in my confidence and renewed my commitment to my profession.
As I come to the end of this amazing journey, there are so many ways in which I have grown as a student, a teacher, and a person. This program has pushed me to explore my limits and creativity. It has challenged me to do my best and strive for goals I never thought I could attain. I am motivated to present new ideas and concepts to my staff and students because of all the new tools and techniques I have learned. I'm proud of all the work I've done and all the things that I have learned. Many times through this program, I was challenged by the amount of work and the amount of information I was expected to learn, but never once did I think to give up because I was so inspired by the idea that everything I was learning I could use to help my students and staff. Finally, I am grateful to all the Boise State faculty and staff and to all of my classmates for their support and encouragement and the enthusiasm throughout the program. Online courses can sometimes give the feeling of disconnection, but I felt a definite sense of community and camaraderie, and I hope that in my journey forward I will keep those connections. I will forever be a Boise State Bronco. Thank you for the opportunity to present my work to you.